You are now listening to The Purple Pill.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite R&B goddess, the musical Mystique. We are at The Purple Pill. Honey, we are creatives living in a corporate world, and today I have a very special guest. Not only is she a creative, but she's also an entrepreneur. She is the CEO and founder of Royalty Spa Collection. She also has her own personal brand, Queen Tiyi Speaks, and also she is the one and only person that brought one of God's best gifts to this earth, me. Welcome, Queen Tiyi.
So happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here. We have been working on this for a long time.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah.
But now we're here.
Yes,
and we're
here.
making it happen.
Oh, this is great. History.
History. This is the beginning of multiple things.
Yes.
We're not going to tell you right now, but it's on the way.
Yes.
Yes. I want you to kind of give them a little synopsis of who you are. Let them know anything that I missed, because I missed a lot, because you do a lot, and that's why I do a lot. Amen.
Right. My name is Queen Tiyi L. You can call me Queen Ty. I am a multipreneur. That's what I like to say. I've been building businesses for a long time. And if you wanted to put it into a nutshell, I service and take care of people. Counselor, mentor, coach, friend, spiritualist. I do it all. That's why she does a lot. If you want to know who I am really, just someone that you can call on and help you solve problems. If you got a problem, I'm the problem solver.
And baby, I got a lot of problems. I'll be down here, I was like, let me go talk to my mama. I need to go talk to my mama. I'll wake up out my sleep. Mama, please. I want to talk a lot about... I wanted to talk a lot about who you are as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because for those of you who don't know, my mom has been an entrepreneur before it was a trend to be an entrepreneur. You understand? She was on YouTube 15 years ago before you guys started doing YouTube, before I started doing YouTube. Okay? I wanted to talk about your beginning stages of that, because you didn't have all the tools that we had.
Right, absolutely.
Right, as far as, Instagram and stuff like that wasn't a thing, but you found a way, even down to building websites. What was your first business? Like, you was like, okay, this is my business. This is what I'm going to sell.
The angelic touch.
Oh, okay.
Gift baskets. I made gift baskets. I'm trying to think how that came about. I just knew I wanted to do something with my hand. And I was good with shrink wrap.
Period.
Shrink wrap bowls. And that was the thing then. It was women online teaching you how to start your own gift basket business. It was gift baskets and wigs and braids at that time.
Okay,
and
you still got wigs and braids.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so if you had a little bit of knowledge about any of those, you were popping. So that was my first business, the angelic touch.
Gotcha. Okay, and I remember that because we used to have like baskets upon baskets lined up in the kitchen, y'all.
Yes.
And people were making orders left and right. And that's when you had to call and make your order.
Yes.
It was very rare you got an email order or anything like that. And it was more word of mouth, because especially for Black people in general, we didn't really have the resources of knowing what to do when doing a business. But this lady right here, you figured it out anyway.
Yes, and that's when we had the yellow pages. I remember having an ad in the yellow pages.
Right.
And that thing was high, honey. But
did you pay for one? Did you get one?
Yeah, I got one. It was in the yellow pages, and people were calling and stuff.
Stop. I didn't know that, Mama.
Yes, I had an ad, and they called and they asked you how to, do you want it laid out and everything. And I believe it was like $600 and something just for a few months, and that was high back then.
Yes.
And if you had an ad in the yellow pages, you were big time. So yeah.
And you was big time.
Whew, yes.
Because the orders were coming in. You was like, we got to go get this shrink wrap. We got to go get this, that. And the baskets were beautiful. You started with that. Then you went into, was it nails?
Yes.
I
went to nail school.
Oh, yes.
Elegant Hands and Feet Will Travel. This child remember everything.
I was there.
I don't know why I'm here. She can tell you about me. Yes, Elegant Hands and Feet will travel. I had an obsession with people hands and feet looking right. I couldn't stand to see a beautiful woman outside with sandals on, her feet was toe up. And I think it came from, forgive me, mama, my mother and my grandmother they didn't know about, going to get your feet done and things like that. They couldn't afford it. They would get in the tub because they would, do so much work and walk outside barefoot and all of that. They would get in the tub with a butcher knife and cut the callus off their feet. And I said, I will not do that.
Ooh,
Butcher knife.
that's some country.
Yeah. And they didn't bleed. I was like, wow.
And that was... And you was like, I shall not be.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of tender on my foot. Yeah. I see my mama like...
And I've seen it as well. That's what. But by the time she got to me, she had a little scrubber.
Yeah, she knew better then.
Yeah, but the butcher knife is crazy.
Yeah.
Did they still cook with it?
Yeah.
Oh God!
They kept it sharp and they cleaned it. Yeah, they did.
And that's how Hands and Feet Will Travel became to fruition. And then after that, what happened after that?
I think that's when I became a wife.
Okay.
Yeah, again. And from there, I wanted to work with children.
That's okay. The daycare.
Yes, the daycare. The in-home daycare. And that was popping in. And it wasn't no social media, all of that. You built a website and you rolling. And I built a website, ourchurch.com.
Yes.
And people were finding me from all over. They just said my website would just pop up.
And that's before SEO, when you have to really really make it pop up. Then you just had to get yourself out there and create it.
Yes.
And get it started. We had and it was multicultural in there. We had white babies, we had black babies, we had mixed babies, we had everybody.
Everybody.
So this woman not only had 4 children, but brought more children into the mix. And then around that time, we was also the candy house. If y'all from the hood, y'all know what the candy house is.
Yeah.
Okay, but our candy house was nice. It was like a real store.
Yeah.
And it had everything set up. Everything was nice. And then we had the penny candy.
Yes. Y'all know nothing about that,
Y'all
young
know
buck.
nothing about that penny candy?
Mm-hmm.
If I like people, I would be the candy house again. We were rack up.
She said if you like people.
We had a big jar of really cheap candy that we would get.
Yes.
And each piece of candy was a penny. Baby, them kids was in their grandparents' couches, under their bed. They was like, if I got 25 cents, I have 25 pieces of candy.
Yes.
And they were not playing.
No.
Somebody came in there and got 100 pieces one time. I was like, can y'all leave my house?
Right.
Now, at that
crazy.
point, what era was it that we started doing the scrubs? Was it after that?
Yes. It was the home daycare, the church. That's when I started the church.
Church, yep.
And I think we was maybe 3 weeks in of having a church. And what happened was, prior to that, maybe a year before, it was a friend that had her own store making her own products, and I was so impressed when I went to her. So she was down at Noda, down in that area, and it was so beautiful. And when I was leaving out her store, I said, sis, how did you do this? How did you do all this? She just looked at me. It was like an impartation. She said, sis, smart as you are, you could do it too. And something just shook in my body, and I just packed it away. And a year later, I woke up. I was like, I'm going to make a scrub, a body scrub with some sugar. And my husband at the time, he was like, huh? What? Because I was always coming up with a grand idea. And I ran downstairs and just took the stuff out my cabinet, made the scrubs, had the little Dollar Tree baby cups, snack cups, put all my stuff that I made lotion and scrub, packaged it up real pretty. And that night at Bible study, I said, y'all, I made scrub, and I sold out.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember that part. I don't remember the night that you announced it to the world. So you basically had like a little product party, like Avon.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she used to sell Avon back in the day. So I think that kind of laid into the foundation of what you already knew.
Right. Yes.
Now, I wanted to bring all of these things up because a lot of people ask me why I do so much or how did I do so much, and they don't know the foundation that you bring. And it really, I'm sorry, y'all, but it didn't come from nowhere. Like, we don't come from a family that thinks about the bigger picture, right? We think about the day-to-day all the time. And I grew up, and I'm grateful that I grew up around somebody, Black woman, entrepreneur. I brought all of that up just to say that for me, it was better for me to see someone who is creating from the beginning. Because not a lot of people have that opportunity. You didn't even have that opportunity to have somebody in your family that, you know, is a business owner and consistent business owner and kept going with different businesses and had multiple of them thriving. And again, y'all, at this time, there is no social media. This is straight word of mouth. I remember you had the little magnet with the business on the car.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And business cards was the thing.
Oh, yeah. So I want to ask you a few questions because not only are you a business owner and you did all these things and we'll get into, like, you actually had, like, pop-up shops before it was called pop-up shops.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And what was it like balancing all of that and also still being a mom?
It felt natural to me. I looked at it as fun. And I guess, you know, moms nowadays, their outlet is doing negative stuff. No shade. They feel like they got to get away from their children. They got to go to the club. Oh, I just can't take it. It's just too much. They go drink with their friends. I didn't do that. I wanted to do something that was fun and I can include my babies. I wanted to include my babies.
And I was there. Every step of the way, we dropped off baskets. I was over the shrink wrap at one point. Make sure that she did not play about the shrink wrap. You need to be able to see the products on the inside. I remember that. I learned how to build a website from you.
Yes.
All of those things.
Everything. It's my fault. What y'all getting from her? My fault.
I'm not complaining. Neither are they. They're watching. So you had to do that, be a mom, and you were still building your business for you, especially at a time where we didn't have all the, you know, electronics and all the things that we use today. What was important to you? Or what made you feel like, okay, this is what an entrepreneur should do, or this is what makes me successful as an entrepreneur?
My customers. I knew that I couldn't have a business without customers. And I couldn't have a business without that one-on-one, that servitude. And, you know, from that time, I was always in customer service. My first job, 17 years old, Wendy's. And then it just grew from there. And then I went into retail being, you know, key holders, assistant managers, and things like that. And I realized that the customer in that day was always right. Because without them, you couldn't make the money, you couldn't make the sale. No one would know about your product. It wasn't like, oh, Instagram, Facebook, you know, it was the customer and what they feel, how you made them feel, and what service that you rendered.
Wow. And then, okay, so I know you put the ad in.
Yes.
Was there any other tactics that you used at that time that really made things pop?
I mostly word of mouth and leaving my cards in different places.
Okay.
And going out to eat, and you left your card on the table. And usually people could just kind of feel, do you have any business or whatever? You know, what are you doing? And you just tell them. It's just like they could see that the way you carried yourself, you was an entrepreneur. And the magnets. Now, the magnets was my thing. Now, the magnet was like my Facebook and Instagram.
We may have to go back to that magnet.
Yes. They still have it. And it still works.
And today we just add the QR code.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
You know, if you got a business, you watching this, yeah.
Yes.
Now I wanna talk to you about that, because you're doing all these things in a world, and again, we're from the South, y'all. We're from Charlotte, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and
wow,
not a lot of people are doing what you were doing. So how did you really balance out the folks who just didn't understand, or subconsciously envious, or subconsciously haterish, or forebrain hater?
I think at that time, because it was like, I don't know if for a lack of a better word, it was taboo. So a lot of people looked at me in amazement. It wasn't that many haters. If anything, it was people say, can I do what you do? At that particular time.
Yeah.
And being a young woman, and I have all these babies, and I'm keeping my babies together. I'm keeping myself together. I'm happy, vibrant. It was just amazement. And I think if there were any haters, still the same across the board, it was family.
Ooh, wow.
Sorry, not sorry.
That's good. That's good, because it be your own people.
Yes, blood.
Blood. They say blood is thicker than water. It seems thin to me.
Yeah.
Because what's going, like, it's always family. So how did you handle that? Because that's crazy.
I just ignored them. I just like, you'll be all right. Okay, you don't want to buy, I'm always doing something. You'll be fine. Because you know what my motivation was?
What?
At that time, those 3 beautiful little faces.
Oh.
Y'all were like my biggest cheerleaders. Like, I get my shipment in, Mama, let me help, I'm trying to get emotional. I put my stuff away. Y'all didn't bother my stuff. If you did, I explained to you, like, okay, this is for Mama's business, make money. This is for us. And so I just really got my strength and validation from my children. I don't know, y'all were little, but that's where it came from. I'm just built different. But being a mother was just, I love it.
Yes. I know it. And that's true, because I used to just see your stuff and I just think it was so pretty, and I was just, don't touch it. This is mama stuff. And then that made me want to do my own businesses. My first business, I don't remember the name of it, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but that's when I used to sew. For those who don't know, the folks in my company, they've seen me put stuff together at the last minute.
Yes.
But I used to make custom doll clothes, because I was obsessed with Barbie dolls and fashion at that time. So I wanted to be a fashion designer. Yes. And you was like, well, let's start with your dolls. Let's start with your bears. At your very first pop-up shop, this is the first time I had a vendor table, y'all. I was, how old was I? Maybe,
I want to say 12.
12.
Maybe 10.
10 to 12 years old. I had my very first vendor table. And I was basically sewing custom clothes, and my mama still has the bear, one of the one that I made in front of everybody. So I'm sitting there just sewing and made sales right there.
Yes.
And that's when mama was doing detox and healthcare, and mama had locks.
Oh my gosh.
Mama had locks before everybody else. They were saying, oh, you don't need to go natural. Mama had small, beautiful locks at the time. And, back then they was trying to call it dreads, and they were real thick. And it's more freeform. Like, y'all call it freeform now. Yeah. But you made sure yours was retwist. Like, I was exposed to so much at that time. And you don't even understand how much that has impacted me, or hopefully I try to tell y'all.
Yes, you do.
But that's such, like, you were your own mind. You were your own like inspiration, because where did that come from?
I'm gonna tell you the core of it. And I want to say this. Let me go back to what you were saying. She started sewing by hand. My mother taught her how to stitch.
Yes.
A child that young. You were younger than 10.
Yeah, very, very young. I was in elementary.
Like 7?
7, 8.
Yeah. And my mom would stitch things up by hand. My mom was left-handed. And I guess it just intrigued you. And she started sewing the little pillows by hand.
I remember that. Yes.
And she was so good at it. She was making the patterns of the baby doll, sewing them by hand. And then I was like, we got to take this to the next level. And that's when I got the sewing machine.
machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to put that out there. That was iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom was the first person to ever help me start a business. Of course, I was also in business with my mom with Royalty Spa Collection. I was there from the beginning of you starting scrubs and seeing you learn what products to use, what not to use. I mean, my mom has over, 100
formulations.
100 formulations, not including our current brand, which we will talk about in a second. So this is a time, because it's like early 2000s.
Yes.
This is a time where not a lot of women were doing business as well. Did you have any challenges with that? Like, as far as any men gatekeeping or people above you gatekeeping? How did that work for you?
Well, no shade. A lot of melanated women were not in business. That was the only downfall. Or they was limited to. So a lot of what I learned came from Caucasian women. Because I did Mary Kay, Avon, all of that. And it was mostly Caucasian women. And I'm so grateful for that time because they never treated me any other way. They seen a gift in me. They would always encourage me and help me push. And those of you that know about Mary Kay, we had to get the big packages. Back then, I think $2,500, $1,500, where you had to buy all your products at once and sell and get a profit immediately. I couldn't do that because I had my babies to take care of, the single mom at that time. And so I had to sell and put the money back into my business, which took a lot of discipline. But I would go to the meetings, I would talk to whoever was over me, my team lead, and I would just roll with the punches. So that was the downfall. Not many black women in that space of entrepreneurship like it is now.
So when did you get the big, because you remember one time you got the big package.
I never got the big package.
So what was the package that you had
I was just putting the money back and my orders got bigger and bigger and bigger. This y'all remember everything.
I remember that because I used to be missing in that box, y'all.
Yes.
I was like, this is so pretty. This is so nice. The Avon, y'all know, back in the day, Avon was the...
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that, Mama, but you were selling products. You had the parties. You had, I got to see all of that happen.
Yes.
So I want to go back to you bringing us into the picture.
Yes.
How was it employing your children? Me specifically.
When you say how was it? Clarify that. What made you want to impart that in us, in me specifically? And I'm only saying that because it's my show. Yes. You see your face, how your face lit up? Them eyes, like that. When I would get stuff, your face would light up and you wanted to know, you wanted to see. Whew, my goodness. We're going deep, y'all. And the reason why I included you is because when I was young, just as simple as, and a lot of y'all can identify, just as simple as going into the kitchen and saying, Grandma, can you teach me such and such? Get out this kitchen. Get out of here. No. I didn't want to be like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to include y'all in everything because I saw the interest. And just to have y'all around and your little hands, doing something productive. So that's how I brought y'all into it.
I remember that. I had, and that's when I think y'all bought me my first video camera. That's what we used to call it back in the day.
Yeah.
The little camera. And I used to do the product photos. And that's what you get now. So when y'all see all this has been imparted in me. It's so young, but I just remember seeing you was just so happy, have your music going.
Oh my God.
And it was so fun. And me being a creative person, oh mommy. Lord.
You taking me down memory lane. Yeah.
Me being a creative person, whatever I wanted to do, she was like, do it. Do it. I wanted to audition for Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on deck. Sweet Life on deck. She took me to the audition. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I wanted to dance. set up my YouTube channel. I was dancing. Honey, dance for that in 1995. Okay? You'll never see those videos.
You're not going to find it.
You're not going to get it. You know, it was always that. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all of that. So now that I am an adult, we are now business partners once again. Now, mind you, at that time, a part of Royalty Spa Collection, I had my own lip gloss line. Like, I came to you with this idea of making a lip gloss line. Immediately, she's like, hey, we should do this. And her burn go like this. Told me what stuff to get. I got the stuff. And we did our first launch. Y'all, I could not do this without my mama. I'm really good at the creative side, the promo, the website, all the things. But when it comes to that formula, what to get, eyeballing it, measuring, all of that, how is it now? What's the difference between back then when we were business partners? I'm gonna throw up a picture. Now, in 2025, we are relaunching this brand.
Yes.
Where's your head at? How do you feel about it? Where we at?
I am totally amazed because it's like going through a time warp when you're raising your children. It's like an out-of-body experience and all the things you mentioned. And now I'm looking at this grown, successful, beautiful young woman. And I'm like, wow. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Just to see it all just come together and you utilize everything. Everything. Y'all. Every crumb, every morsel. No stones left unturned that I showed her and gave her for her life and her livelihood and to be a blessing to others. So it's like an out-of-body experience. So I'm very humbled. And I'm proud. I just feel so blessed to know that you have set something in motion for yourself in the future. And sometimes I just can't believe it's us.
Yeah. And I want to mark this day. This is our first interview together. We're going to be doing this a lot more often. But I want to say that this is the beginning of us finally, with all these businesses that we've had, y'all mark my words right now.
Yes.
We will be six figures. We will live the lives that we want. We will be able to employ and educate other creatives and female creatives and female entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs in general. If you're looking to do better with your life.
Yes.
Please use us as an example because we won't stop. We won't quit. We haven't stopped.
Yes, right.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
And there's a wealth of knowledge that we can provide the world. So today.
Whew, yes.
Today
is the day.
Today is the day. Mark my words on this day.
Yeah.
And also get you some good loving. Okay, perfect. Now show them the next one. Not that one. Not that one. The new one. Exactly. You know what? Just show them all of them. Yeah. Just pull. Exactly. Get the new stuff. Get the new stuff. Good Luvin Cosmetics is back and better than ever. We've revamped our natural lip and skincare line with a new and improved formula for extra nourishment and shine. Whether you're chasing that on-the-go glow with our new squeezy tubes or prefer a subtler look, we've got you covered. For a natural, nourished look, enjoy our Tropic Vacay Lip Balm and our Honey Butter Lip Scrub for gentle care and hydration. Your perfect pout is just a click away. Be sure to get yours, because I'm not sharing mine.
Gotta get that.
You can go too, because this is dropping the day before the launch. This is a Black-owned, female-owned, mother and daughter-owned brand, Good Luvin Cosmetics. We have so many things to offer with this brand. I wanted to have this conversation so the people would know that this is not something that we just threw together.
Absolutely.
You know, this is something that's been in the works for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We've had our own personal journey that we didn't really speak about on here, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Because this is going to be a lot for
Yes.
y'all already.
Yeah.
But this is something that we're very proud of. The formula is amazing. We're wearing it right now. And I want to thank you for doing this with me.
You're welcome. My honor. It's amazing.
Thank you, Mama. And now we're going to play some games.
Oh. Games? Okay. All right.
Okay, Mama. You are now in the hot seat. Okay, so we're going to play 2 games, okay? We're going to do rapid fire, business, and beauty. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 topics in 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Choose which one you pick. And I'll also have some questions in here that you just have to spit it out. 60 seconds. You got to go.
Okay.
Okay? Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lip gloss.
Skincare or lip care?
Skincare.
Okay. Eyeshadow or eyeliner?
Eyeshadow.
Now you got to choose. Get your eyebrows done or your nails done?
Eyebrows.
Period. Okay, and what's the first word that comes to mind when I say entrepreneurship?
Money. Hey. Yeah.
And what is your one skincare must-have?
Shea butter.
Period. And that is a rapid fire, right?
Woo! I was nervous. That was good.
Hey!
Yeah. Ooh, too. You know, like that. I made it. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Now we're gonna do. Now I always do this game. I'm saying always. Like I got a lot of episodes, but I'm gonna always do this game.
Manifesting.
Yes. Would you rather? But this is gonna be for the entrepreneur.
Okay. I like the way you did it. How you do that?
Entrepreneur.
That hit with that gloss, baby. Okay, we're gonna be serious.
Okay, I'm going to read out the questions, and you have to ask, and you have to answer. Would you rather? So you got to choose one.
Okay, got you. Okay,
I'm gonna give you 2. You choose one.
Okay, all right.
I am messing up the thing. It's fine. Whatever. I went my mama.
Y'all know.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Would you rather launch a skincare line with unlimited funding but no creative control, or struggle financially but will have complete creative freedom?
Struggle, baby, because it's mine. We ain't giving it up.
Partnership maybe, but never sell.
This a family. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Second question. Would you rather have a viral product that lasts a year or a steady selling product for 20 years?
The steady selling for 20 years.
And explain why, Mama.
Because I always say slow yet steady is the way. Because you don't want to, one quitter hitter overnight, then it's gone. You're trying to build, quote unquote, generational wealth.
There you go. For you youngins out there.
Yes.
Want to go viral. Would you rather never wear makeup again or never wear skincare again?
Never wear makeup. Because that skin got to be...
Yeah.
Because you're going to be left with that skin.
Yeah.
You know?
And your makeup trash if your skin trash. And I said it.
She said what she said.
Now, one last thing.
Okay.
This is a game. Or not exactly a game, but you have to give us one, crazy moment that has happened to you in business, in a sales moment. Like what? You have to give us something that made you say, wow, in your business.
I got it.
You got it?
Yes.
Tell the people.
In Royalty Spa collection, I have a hair cream called African hair cream. And the way I formulate it is straight from spirit. It's straight from spirit. There was a Jamaican woman that wore wigs. And was a Gen X? What am I, Gen X?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. They just didn't know how to take care of their hair under the wigs. Okay, now y'all have all this information and everything. They just like, oh, I don't like my hair, let me throw on a wig. Mm-hmm. But didn't do any care for their hair. So they needed the wigs. And so she needed the wig. And she said, I need something for my scalp because I got bald spots. Young woman. She said, I got bald spots. I need something for my hair to make my hair grow under my wigs. I said, oh, I got this African hair cream. And, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, send it to me. I sent her the cream. I sent it to her. I'm going to stop. I ain't going to get up. And she started using it. And she called me and she said, I'm afraid of you.
Huh?
That's what I said. Why? She said, I started putting this in my hair and I have little sprouts in the top of my head. And her hair hadn't grown there for years, y'all. And she said, what do you put in this? I said, it's a formulation and, I pray over it. Because at that time, I was in ministry hard. And I pray over it and everything. And she said, well, I'm going to keep using it and see. She said, maybe just, give me a little bit. So she called me a week later. She was like, I'm so afraid, I'm scared. I'm like, did your hair come out? She said, my hair is growing back and it hasn't grown in years. She said, I'm not using it anymore. I threw it away. She was totally spooked.
She threw it away?
She threw it away. It scared her that bad.
So she want to be
and probably still a bald-headed. Now, ain't that crazy?
That's crazy. You get a product, so you expected it not to work.
Yes.
You see how counterclockwise these haters be?
And it be our own people. Am I supposed to say that?
But you did.
Yeah. You threw away a product that gave you the results you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Insane. I think that's insane.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been bald all my life. Ain't nothing gonna help me. And you started to sprout like Cynthia dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And now you scared?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Queen Tiyi.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me here on The Purple Pill.
The Purple Pill. Can you sing that? Yes.
I'm gonna sing it later. I don't know. It didn't come out.
I got off guard. Yeah.
Again.
The Purple Pill.
The
yes.
Purple Pill.
So happy to be here.
My mom is the one who gave me the name for this podcast. I had a whole list of them and I ran them down and she was like, that's the one. And that's why we are here. That's why I felt like it was necessary to bring my mama on so y'all can see the origins of who I am and why I do what I do. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being on, and we're gonna have to bring you on back.
Yes, I'll be back. Okay, sugar. Okay, baby. All right.
And tell them your handles. How can they find you?
I am on YouTube under A New Woman 08, Living Life with Spirit. Facebook, my fan page is Queen Tiyi Speaks. My personal page is Tiyi L, parentheses, Queen Tiyi. Instagram, Queen Tiyi L. And the same for TikTok. I'm out there. If you follow one rabbit hole, you'll go into others. Just like her.
I'm the Musical Mystique. You can find me on absolutely everything. The Musical Mystique. That's MYSTI, capital Q. U-E. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening to The Purple Pill.